Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Tamiya. Well, to be exact, this is not a fresh novelty from this brand, but it's something new for me to check it in the video review, because so far I haven't been checking this GT1 set in 124 scale, and as you can see, we have here Porsche 911 in its racing version, and I would say that was quite an ultimate version of this famous car. And now we have a chance to check it closer, because this is the something what was purchased with your help, with your donations. And as you can see, this is, I would say, quite a special supercar, so I would definitely like to have it assembled in my collection, so that's why I decided to take a closer look. And as you can see, the overall packaging is somewhat standard for Tamiya. We have quite nice box art. We also have the logo here that this is the original, I would say, accessory or certified by Porsche licensed product. And here you can see comparison with my hand. It's quite large box, I would say surprisingly large, because modern 124 scale supercar kits from Tamiya are coming in a smaller boxes. And here on the side you can see one and only marking option here. Maybe with some aftermarket decals you can replicate something different, but well, this kit is dedicated only to one and only marking option. And here you can check what is what is included as the option. So you can remove the rear cowling and expose the engine. And if I open this box, this is the top opening box, and here's what we have inside. So as you can see, those are mainly white plastic parts. We also have some silver and black parts, but the parts count is not that huge, I would say. So maybe we can open the first plastic bag. For this I will need the bonder, because as usual we have the paper clips here which are holding everything in place. And the first plastic bag is dedicated to the clear sprue and masks, so I will show them one by one. First of all, let's start with the clear sprue. Here it is. And I would say that molding quality looks nice. Keep in mind that this is not a completely new kit, but still, as you can see, everything looks really good. So it's just a matter of careful assembly, and then you have everything in a very nice, I would say, condition. And just to have a better paintwork, we have also masks included here. So masks are pre-cut as far as you can see, or not. Just give me a second. No, I see the cut area, even though here we have the black border. Cut area is a bit smaller, so that's how you will achieve a really nice paint finish. Next we continue with another plastic bag, which is dedicated already to two plastic sprues. So again, I'm opening it, but straight away I can say that here we have the silver sprue, and we also have the white plastic sprue. So from what I can see on the silver sprue, it looks quite okay. If you're not planning to build something overly sophisticated, as you can see, those silver parts, they look really good. They're not like toy chrome. As you can see, it's more of a silver matte finish. And we have the exhaust parts, we have the wheel rims, we have also lenses for the headlamps and tail lights, as far as you can see as well. So really nice quality. And just to give you an idea of the wheels, maybe camera will focus on, or we can do it this way. So here you can see the wheels. Do not forget that the middle section was in the golden cover, so still you'll have to do some masking or maybe paint it by hand, but I'm not sure if it will be that easy to get the nice paint work with the hand brushing those parts. Next we continue with the sprue C. So this is the first white plastic sprue. Here I will zoom out so that you can see what we are talking about. So overall, I would say the parts division is somewhat expected from such kit. We have suspension parts, we have this rear cowling with the wing. Also here is another part of the wing. Then we continue with some parts of the suspension and also some engine panels there. So everything looks fine in my opinion, and it's just a matter of getting all of those parts together, and that will not be, I would say, really fast operation, because well, some alignment check will be needed, but the final result should be worth it. So definitely spend some time in order to align everything properly. And next I've opened another plastic bag in the meantime, so I will just move this sprue aside. So first of all, this plastic bag had these decals for the tires. I usually have a hard time with them, so if you have some, let's say, tips on how to work with them, feel free to share it in the comment section, because I will be happy to learn something new. And next we continue with the car body panels. So as you can see, the rear section is molded separately and hints that you can make it removable, or maybe you can just make it in an open position, but doors are pre-molded, so doors will not be possible to open on this model. But overall, I really like how the parts or how the details look like here. So this is not a young kid, but still everything looks really good. And of course you have to paint these parts, even though they are molded in white plastic. I think with the proper paintwork you'll get even better result. And typical for Tamiya, we have this plastic bag with the vinyl tires and poly caps. So vinyl tires, I would recommend to sand them a bit, just to get a bit more realistic appearance. And for the poly caps, well, there is nothing extra to add. And last but not the least is one more sprue, so just give me a second. I will open this plastic bag as well. And it's actually the biggest plastic sprue in this kit, because here we have the lower panel or floor panel for this vehicle. Maybe I'll zoom out a bit. So this is the floor panel, which is molded together with the diffuser, and here we have also the door cards. We have some parts for the gearbox. This is the dashboard, the steering wheel, the brakes here molded together with the rotors, by the way. So these calipers and rotors are one part, and you have to do some masking if you would like to properly paint the calipers. There is the driver's seat, one and only, and then we continue with some suspension parts there and more of the engine parts here. If I flip over this plastic sprue on the opposite side, you can see that there are some guiding elements, but that's pretty much all. So I would say it's not that overcomplicated kit, and this is more of a surprise here, but still it is something where you have to work. Why I'm a bit confused, because there is a note on how you can stretch the sprue. I'm not sure why you need to stretch the sprue in a racing Porsche kit, but well, who knows. I'm opening the next plastic bag. Here we have the decals, and I guess with the decals in this kit it will be the biggest challenge, because usually Tamiya decals are not the best and there is some carrier film, so be ready to work with them a bit more than it's usually needed with quality decals or high quality decals. So let's move the sprue aside. And so decals even mention or include the seat belts, which is rather nice surprise. So if I zoom in here, you can see what I'm talking about. And overall molding or printing quality is really good. So as I said, the only concern is about carrier film. So usually their decals, they look nice, but then you have to work with the carrier film. And well, even in the latest Nissan Z Coupe kit, as you saw in the build review, it was an issue as well. Next we continue with the marking option. And it looks like, well, it is said that you can replicate two marking options, because you can replicate the car number 25 or car number 26. As you can see, the marking guide is in a black and white, so well, this is not cool for precise paint work, but this is the white vehicle, so maybe we can accept this. And next we continue with the black and white assembly manual. So this one is something what is also typical or traditional for Tamiya. As you can see, short history note on the first page. Then we open the page, and here we start with an engine assembly. So here you have to plan how to paint all of these parts. As you can see, there is a lot of precise paint work as well with a brush, so be ready for this. Next we continue with the rear upper arms for the suspension, and again a lot of detailed paint work, so a lot of masking maybe. Next we continue with the rear lower arms attachment, then we attach the intercooler, and then we continue with the here turbocharger. Actually there are two of them as far as you can see. Next we have the drive belt, then we have the rear uprights. suspension parts, obviously. Here on this page we have the rear uprights again and their installation onto this rear engine frame. Then we continue with the bulkhead. Then we have the front uprights, and then we continue with the chassis assembly here. Then we have the engine attachment onto the floor panel. We also assemble the instrument panel here. Next are the interior assembly and door cards. Here we have the wheel assembly. Then we join everything onto this floor panel, and then we start working on the front cowl, as they name it, but this is basically the frontal section of the car. As you remember, it was the separate part, so you have to paint it properly. And here we have also the rear cowling as well. There is a matter of installing the rear wing and also the tail lights. And here we continue with the clear parts and screen wipers and the headlamps for the frontal section of the cowling. And here are the last steps. So then you have to install this rear wing. I would recommend to assemble it basically in advance so that you can paint everything properly. And the same can be said maybe about these handles and some minor elements on the front cowling as well. So overall we get a really nice Porsche kit in 1/24 scale for a reasonable price, I would say, and it should be already available. So if you would like to copy this Pamel's version, this is your chance. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion. So do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And if you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.